first layer, if you will, of the continuum is, of course, the Intel architecture itself. And one of the great things about Intel that you know is the compatibility between all of the different versions, forward and backward compatibility. And this is really important. The demonstration allowed different operating environments to run across different form factors of the Intel architecture. You saw a Windows environment, a Mac OS environment, several embedded Linux environments, and what this continuum and compatibility at the operating system level gives you is a stable base on which developers can create applications. Intel has had a strategy in the operating system environment for decades that continues as we move into Atom and into devices, and it's called port of choice. And we want to make sure that everyone understands that strategy and what that means. To us, it means that the world's best software runs on Intel. So as we move into Atom and into devices, we'll be supporting not only Windows and MeeGo, which I'll talk about in a little bit more detail, but also Android on our Atom devices. So I want to take a few seconds and talk about MeeGo. This is a Linux operating environment that is optimized for mobile internet and is intended to work across multiple different form factors of Atom-based devices, from handsets and netbooks to tablets, as well as in-vehicle entertainment systems. And Dottie, as you can see behind me, is going to demonstrate much of this for you this afternoon. So I just want to give a little context on that. MeeGo is an open source project. It's hosted by the Linux Foundation, and it's really a combination of the best efforts of the community, Intel, and our partner in MeeGo, Nokia. We have the first release that's out now for netbooks, and Dottie's going to show you some new things that we haven't shown before here today. The other piece of building up an ecosystem for new computing devices, especially around Atom, first, a stable base in the Intel architecture. Secondly, operating systems and operating environments of choice, as well as operating systems and operating environments like MeeGo that are highly optimized for mobile internet. But in addition to that, you need to have developer programs. And this is actually something that is quite difficult and is an important piece of what we think Intel and Atom bring to new markets for us. We have a very robust developer program, the third largest in the computing industry. In that, we've started an Atom developer program last IDF. It's grown substantially. Overall, there's about 14 million IA developers in the world. Of that, we have tens of thousands that are already interested in building with Atom in all variety of device segments. We have training and SDKs and all manner of things for free through the Intel Developer Network. This is a huge piece of how we will help people use Atom in the different devices and categories that Dottie will be demonstrating this afternoon. In addition to that, we have another piece which is very important for device segments, and that's the ability to help application developers get their innovations to market. So we have a developer program for both hardware and software developers, and then on top of that, we have the application developer framework that we call AppUp. AppUp is an app store framework that allows you to develop, validate your app for different form factors, for handsets, for netbooks, for tablets, for internet-enabled TVs. We'll have different categories of applications. We launched this at CES. It's been a beta, and I'm very excited today to tell you that it's going to be shipped as a pre-installed button that you can click on very quickly and app up on your netbook by ASUS, and that is going to be for Windows and for MeeGo starting today. But we'll be extending AppUp for these new categories, and Dottie will be demonstrating some exciting things. And as you see them, you should think about the developer programs as well as the application programs that are behind them to bring all of the continuum to the market.